all the sound, so they didn't get any question.
Notion that somebody who doesn't have an interest is interested in their having a voice. Yeah. And often, by the time you get to kids, so much harm has been done to them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's a really, that's why I'm taking time out, because, you know, you find yourself so frustrated.
Listen, what you've got to understand, see Max Clifford. Max Clifford, he represents Frank Sinatra, Marilyn Monroe. What happened to Marilyn?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then it's like really big stuff.
It's dramatic if you've taken time off work, stress-related, obviously.
Oh yeah, it's a voluntary.
They're not aiming at you, I'm aiming at you.
Bill, I didn't know well done to the explorers, you know what I mean?
Thank you, bro.
Bill, was you familiar?
Thank you very much.
Were you familiar that Savile is? I looked up a black nobility the other day, so I didn't know what it was. And Savelli is a fucking member of the black nobility. I thought there might be a little bit of a connection there.
Yeah. Jimmy Savile was very powerful.
Yeah, very powerful.
Yeah, but I was working. So it runs back to something that they did working with. You know,
first of all, Jonathan King, right?
Yeah, because who's watching the kids?
Yeah, that's it. Family rather. Yeah, right.
And it's such a. You think in a very advanced family would have, you know, with an understanding of how developing years you would really want the mental health and well-being of children to be paramount. But so and you know, you can actually think of the care system then itself. Incredibly confused. Because, I mean, you know, some quite fantastic people, but where you have children's homes that are run on shifts, with roughly the same personnel, but you know, they're shifting.
Because they're people. Because they like to hurt money.
You know, by the time
they like to
you get to
look
care
at
home
guys and they're fucking hurting them.
they like to
Are you aware
of
sexual abuse that goes on in the care system?
Jimmy Savile's an ex-offender. The crescendo for an ex-offender act is not his own
not intimately, but I am aware that
Jimmy Savile
there is abuse within the system, and also tablets. Particularly when you get
well, there is. I mean, if you look at the religions around the world, look at the prayers that go to pray to God. Just as much prayer, just as many resources go into
it's a really good, you know, they do, everyone there is absolutely
as people believe in Jesus or Muhammad or whatever,
very, very troubled girls from anything.
United we stand, divided we fall.
And they can't control them. The level
I'm battled,
exhaustion. They're emotionally exhausted. Those girls are emotional. I remember being
I have a daughter who's
pitch all the time, and God knows what's happening in their lives. And so they'll go out. Nobody will know what they've got. They'll say they can't get them back in time. They develop this, you know, tacit relationship with the police if somebody has to come in by a certain time, and not everyone always manages to monitor it. Then they'll get in touch with the police, and the police will trawl around town and see if they can find them, and if they do, they'll bring them home. But it doesn't always happen. You can see how this grooming thing happens so easily, and it's not because there's anybody particularly bad. I don't know how they do it, because you can just see the potential pitfalls. You can see how it's such a hard
Well, it's obviously flawed. The system's not working, is it?
No, but the system
there's so many abused children, so...
The system isn't addressing the problems.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's contributing. You know, this is not a child-centered society. And I know there's abuse all over Europe, but you do see better practice.
You do see a lot of cover-ups as well, don't you, in the care system, yeah, that they know it's going on. You know, the children are reporting it, but nothing's getting done about it.
Yeah.
It's been all over the newspapers, isn't it? You know what I mean? Certain areas, social services, they know they need to get a grip, but...
Well, social services are just... It's really complicated, because it's people who don't have enough vision see to keep an eye out in certain areas. So basically, the systems are running separately from each other, and they're only joined by have you obeyed this rule, have you obeyed that rule. So people think about people do their best, but they quite simply don't have the overview to see how things are going on. So, and they're all very, very tightly doing their jobs. There are cuts, there are resources, and there is nobody, if you like, or there's no concept, there's nobody in charge throughout the whole system, because everyone is accountable to some audit.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not really to another person, but there's always some guy who's scared of,
Paperwork.
Piece of paper.
Paper.
It's the accountability.
Yeah.
Birth certificate.
It's the accountability regime, and it just means that systems can't work properly. Quite simply means that, unless somebody's saying this is because nobody has an overview of the system. They're all accounting for something. I know, maybe it's,
How do you think, like you just mentioned that, obviously they're going to try and point somebody to every child that's born. How do you think they're going to manage that? When they haven't got enough resources at the moment. Why are they talking about it when they can't do it?
Well, I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but I know there are various things around the idea of having all information as a child. And I don't know what you mean by
Well, apparently when what the idea is that they're going to appoint somebody to each child. So,
Were you aware that...
to do what? To do what? I don't want anybody appointed.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
exactly.
have any more children, but I don't want anyone appointed to my child.
Yeah, exactly.
They'd be accountable
Yes,
to me.
yes. Well, apparently that's not news.
Were you aware that with the council tax and bedroom tax, that if people don't pay, they can take the children?
That's good.
That's written in.
Say, where are the local authorities to explain everything to everybody?
No, because the local authorities are in stress as well, because they're losing a lot of money and they're having to organise around that. What you're getting is corporate management coming in to say, oh, this doesn't work. But no, I was saying, where is the local, where's the authority? Is always going to be claiming authority over your management of your life. Your children, I mean, I've worked with a lot of kids. There are clearly children whose parents have utterly let them down, and all children see more of them. And there's clearly a problem.
A lot of them have been through the care system themselves, though.
Some of them have been through the care system. Some of them have just. I'm not saying I account for it, but I observe it, and it's clearly growing. And because an awful lot of young people now don't have the sense of belonging anywhere or ever having any place in any kind of society. Because, and I think that's our big problem now. We are not, basically we're not independent, we're not
Taking the children out.
who belong in society.
The next generation, aren't they? They're important, aren't they?
I mean,
Did you get a shot of him?
proper media attention.
He just walked here with a baseball cap in his hand, coming this way with a cardigan on.
Yeah, there are conversations that aren't being had. They all get brought down to crime attention. And that's not, and I don't just mean street crime, I mean, are you filling in your forms right? Have you ticked the boxes? Are you certified? And, everyone's got to have But there was the thing which they've had to withdraw about changing the number of people in nurseries that an individual worker would deal with. The idea was that in nurseries you could they're going to change the rules so that one worker would be dealing with 6 children instead of 4. Imagine having 6 2-year-olds.
Impossible.
Well, 6 2-year-olds who aren't yours.
Yeah.
It's because they need too much individualism.
Yeah, but at that age they do need attention.
Yeah, they do. So it's this idea of how society runs.
Any idea about Tracy?
No, I have no other thing. Are you filming me?
Yeah, sorry.
But it's important.
It is important. Yeah. Can I ask you capacity in social services? Can I ask what job
Not
you...
in there, association, that's voluntary.
Oh, right. So have you been involved long?
Thank you. About 7 years, but I've been out of it for years.
Two, yeah.
Yeah,
Head,
it's frustrating.
and a head fuck. Yeah.
Someone, sounds like we need someone like you, you know.
Yeah, I should be interested.
We want someone with a heart.
But thank you for being so positive.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mark.